Well, welcome back, everybody. We're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. And yesterday we crashed out. So the stream ended abruptly because um, apparently I lost internet, which did me no good here. So the stream ended and my flight ended as well. So I called it a night and just kind of took it from there. So what I have actually making mistakes here already. We're gonna end that flight because I do not want to depart from the runway. We got to start cold and dark. So send this ATC and avionics. So what's going to happen is we're going to pick up from another airport. So we lost connection. It was right around this area. We were kind of right around here on the map, but so starting in the air, unfortunately, seems to be quite buggy. So we're gonna pick an airport that's real close by, and basically take off from here. And yeah, hopefully this goes a little bit better and our internet actually works. So we're gonna start off in parking. There we go. All right. This should hopefully go a little better. The weather is not nearly as nice. We've had a lot of rain, so it's also the time of day we're picking back up is a little different. So we're starting here in the dark. In the dark. All right. Let's hop on aboard here and start running through our checklist to get this thing in the air. So checklists, we've done, I guess we should do oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Not sure how to get in and out of that one from here. All right. Should do a walk around here. Have a look. Props looking good. Tires, landing gear. Just looking for anything out of the ordinary. Wear and tear. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this has dynamic wear. So if you damage anything, it'll kind of stay there. And I took my registration off just because the registration block doesn't work very well in 2024 here. So, all right. Well, everything out here looks all right. Let's go back in here. And start working around in here. So pre-flight's done. Control locks. Get those out of the way. So today I think what I'm going to do, because we had this problem yesterday, I'm going to start with my condition levers on my throttle quadrant fully forward. Because that caused a lot of issues with starting yesterday. So we're just going to leave it full forward. And those are working in sync together. There's no way to actually feather them fully with the throttle quadrant. Apparently that's a pretty common issue. I'll leave that in forward. At least I think that's full forward, isn't it? Yes, it is. And there we go. That is idle. All right, control locks. Seats, belts, cabin doors closed. Luggage door is closed. Keys over here. Parking brake is set. Landing gear is definitely down. Electrical switches are off. Engine avionics off. Oxygen between 1550 and 1850. All good there. Let's have a look at the circuit breakers. And those are looking good. Nothing there. Supplemental bleed and cabin pressure shutoffs. Bleeds in. Pressure shutoffs are in. Alternate static. Looking good. CO detector. Let's give that a test. Doesn't want to do that there. Let's try. There. Yep. Good to go. Environmental mode is indeed off. Flaps are up. Power levers to flight idle. Propellers high RPM. Condition levers are in cutoff. In sim, hang on. In sim, they are in cutoff. Physically in the yoke or throttle quadrant, they are not. Trim is centered. Fuel selectors are indeed on. Pre-flight cockpit checklist complete. Let's get the before start. So let's get the beacon on. Battery master on. Fuel quantities check 63, 61. I'm going to take some more fuel. Take 75 gallons aside. 1,000 pounds. I got nobody in the plane, so why not load up on the fuel? Just make sure all our static stuff, yep, we're all good there. Let's put that away. Okay, fuel quantities, enunciators, check. Christmas tree, all there. Battery selector 1, we're looking for 23 volts minimum over here. We're at 25. Battery 2, also at 25. Get those all checked off here. Okay, battery selector to both. We're going to left ignition on and look for a drop in voltage. 24.9, lost a tenth of a volt. Ready to go. Right ignition on. Saw a drop. Left windpipe. Drop as well. Aux pump. Increase, which, that's interesting. Right, we've got a drop. Aux pump. Okay. Check, those are all working as they should. Engine start. Alright, we're going to start off right engine. Right engine. Going to go to starter on. Once we see 15, we're going to move condition lever. We've got greater than 15 volts. Go. I should probably get those ignitions on. Usually helps. That was a good start. Everything's coming up. Fuel pressure. All rise. All looking good. Generator can go on. Starter off. Good start. We're gonna go. I want the ignitions in auto. It's left start, ignition on. Starter on. All right. Condition lever. Got fuel coming in. About 52. We're going to get the starter off, generator on. Good stuff. There we go. Battery temperature is going to be below 120 on each. Good to go. Bus volts, generators on, conditions were in run. TTD is cool, left ignition's off, instruments are good. Generators on. The generator load is good. Bus volts, battery temperature, all good to go. After start, get our lights as required. Taxi lights, panel lights. I'm going to see about go. Okay. Weather radar. Standby. Avionics and inverter, we're going to come on. Avionics on. Inverter is on. Inverter fail. Annunciators off. Cabin temperature as desired. Somewhere around there. Let's get some heat, because right now we've got 11C in here. A little chilly. We'll test these when we're going to go to our run up here. Alright. So let's see about what does our flight plan look like. So I've been having issues with this. Nope. Shift 1, 2, 3. Alright. Yeah. So, flight plan did not go in as we wanted it to. So may have to manually enter it because it doesn't seem to be going in. Let's try it again from here. Send to avionics. But it doesn't look like it's going to play nice. So I guess we're just going to have to see about manually entering these things. Flight plan. Flight plan. I don't seem to be able to add waypoints, which I don't fully understand how that works. I should be able to add a waypoint from within here, but it doesn't seem to let me. Push nav. No. Flight plan. info. Well, for the sake of completing this flight, we are going to just run with a direct route, and we'll just have to deal with that. All right. Let's get a few things going here. We need a pitch trim on. So look, engine temperatures are good. We're gonna go oil doors open. It's getting warm. Have a look and see if there's any FOD. 5% on the right engine. So we're gonna, just for safety's sake, PT6s are not cheap. And let's tune automated weather, get our pressures.
Charlie Yankee Zulu Papa automated weather
Altitude in
observation.
there.
0600 Zulu. Wind 12 tree at 14. Visibility 6 and heavy rain. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1400 ceiling 4300 broken. Temperature 12 C dew point 9er C. Altimeter 2957. Charlie Yankee Zulu Papa automated weather observation.
Charlie Yankee Zulu Papa traffic. Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is taxiing to runway 1 tree. Charlie Yankee Zulu Papa.
Lights on. Park brake off. Good stuff. Everyone's happy. Right. Oh, let's do a 360 just to have like, ooh, Citation X. Love that thing. Let's get a closer look. Believe this just requires back taxiing. Taxiways on this are pretty horrific, so we're gonna back taxi. Let's get the weather radar on. Let's get our transponder on. Squawk on VFR for now. VFR in this weather, that's laughable. Don't ever do that. But we're gonna do it because that's how we started the flight. I just want to finish it that way. Nav mode. We're gonna fly our pattern. We're gonna do a right traffic pattern and join up with our nav. Okay. Lucky 13. All right. Checklists. Checklists. Let's pretend we've done a run-up, because let's save some time on this one. Before takeoff, well, temperatures, already checked. Battery temperatures are, yeah, they're good. Air conditioning, we're going to go off. Flaps, we're going to go approach. Lights as desired. Transponder, we can go alt mode. Weather radar's on. Before takeoff, complete takeoff. Power lever 16 or 1260. Brakes released. Monitor engines. ITT less than 805. On the gear, flaps, autopilot, cabin, landing lights. Alright, so let's go here. 1260. Rotate. Gear up. Landing lights and taxi lights are off. I'm like a rocket ship. A little bit of trim in there. And go for a right-hand turn. Looks nuts for flaps coming out. Continue the right turn. Maybe a bit less bank angle. And definitely less speed. Head towards the mainland. Make our next right. Look at all those point of interest poles out there. Really gotta turn that off in the options. They're fun to look at sometimes, but right. Got a pilot on here. Off the controls. Flight director on. Climbing for 8,000. Gears up, flaps are up. Pilot's on. Cabin. We don't need to worry about differential pressure. But we're gonna get some disco lights going on. Oots, oots, and boots, and oots, and boots. Got lots of water here. Let's have a look outside. Not very exciting out there. Really dark. We're not going to go max continuous. We're not going to go interrupt climb. So, can definitely get a bit more on the power, that's for sure. Feet away. Climbing at over 160 knots, 180 knots true air speed, 200 ground speed. So when we level off here, I get the strobes off. Let's get our nav beacon, because yeah, it's just more pleasant. Alright, we are leveling off 8,000 feet. And we're shooting up like a rocket ship. Right around 1,000. Usually good. Pull back 2,000 RPM on the props. Alright. Ignitions are auto oil doors. Yeah, we can close them up. Look at the engines. Any FOD? Foreign object debris. FOD. No, don't need ice. Don't need cabin. Close up those. Sorry, open them. You're going to see that's going to climb. Getting a yellow master caution for oil doors, and the actually should have skipped that pitot heat. That's what you get for skipping checklists. Don't do it. All right, so we're zooming, picking up right where we left off yesterday. Oh, still a little fast. There it is, somewhere right around there. It'll keep us burning along real good. Okay, cruise, ignitions, oil doors, ice, pitot heat, on, windshield, don't want. Fuel bounce, 25 gallons, we got less. Prop RPMs, right around 2,000. Power levers 1150, that's not happening because we're at low altitude. Cabin pressure as required, don't need. But, we're gonna need some heat. 7C, it's chilly. And get rid of that for now. Alright. Let's go take a gander outside. So I think we might see some stars. Coast. That's the coast of one island. And we've got a coast over there too. And we're headed to Alaska. What do we got right here? Flashing light right up there. I don't think I'm going to see it very well from in here, that's for sure. I know I can dim those. Let's see, can I mess with the lighting anymore? Flood. So panel, pedestal. Have the lights in here. Always makes it feel dark up there. But we're happily cruising along here again. $214, 15, 16 tourist speed. So we've got some turbulence today. Let's do this. Nice. Anything? Nothing out there. It's good. Always good to check. Be unfortunate to have any. Oil pressures look good. Oil temperatures look good. Yep. Weather radar is not painting anything other than a very, very dark sky. But it's equal to and you usually don't get skies like that. Not around here. But boy, would that be neat if that's what it looked like. At the Milky Way. Looks cool. I would definitely try to do more night flying. Night flying's great. It's definitely enjoyable when your eyes adjust to seeing everything. It could be great. Well, the issue in Sim is it doesn't give me as much to look at. So visually it may not be as interesting for everybody. It's interesting for me still, but obviously I want to give you guys something to look at. But here's hoping. Last night, that was unfortunate. Flight was going really well. It was good weather, good time of day. But unfortunately, my internet provider decided to either do an update or they had an outage. I couldn't tell. Or router flashing a bunch of lights. And it was late here. About midnight here, so I gave up, went to bed. But we're give it another go here, see if we can't complete the flight, get into Alaska, and keep the trip going. I'm looking forward to using some of the charts, which tend to be, yeah, that's frustrating. Can't seem to send this stuff to the avionics suite. But, yeah, we're just going for a straight line, I guess. but I am looking forward to being able to use charts. And, I guess, learning them a bit more. Minimum decision altitude. What's the MDA? Minimum decision altitude. 1220? Is that right? No, that's minimum decision altitude of 50 feet. Okay, minimum's at 50? That's low. Alright. You say so. Clam Cove. Alright. Whatever floats your boat, I suppose. .92 feet. It's 1,100 foot pattern altitude. Ooh, here's a bump. Definitely a little slower today. See if we can't coax a little more out of the plane here. Right around there, right around 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, right around 2,000 RPM. We're seeing the 220s, low to mid 220s true speed, which will definitely get you where you need to go pretty quick. I got a ground speed right now, 243 knots across the ground, so that's ample speed, that's for sure. Sure looks slow when you're looking at a GPS map. But we've only got roughly 50 nautical miles to go till our destination here. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. ILS. Oh, let's do that on here. So our procedures. We're doing an ILS. FS2024. Okay. Play around here. I wish this logs, nothing exciting. Guess I don't know how to autopilot manage manual arming. True. Flight plan clean. False. Flight plan clean. Started. Reload. Reload. Running. Wonder what this stuff will do here. I'm gonna have to look into that as well, what that all means. Oh, clean the screen. T-bird. License, can't do anything with that. Looked into that one. That one I was wondering about last time. Seeing if you got the paid license, if that would open things up like Navigraph. But unfortunately, SimBrief and Navigraph, that's a no-go. So hopefully this gets a bit of an update in here. So I can't seem to modify the flight plan. May just be me, my ignorance of not knowing how. But from what I can see, I know where to add. Add a waypoint is grayed out. So I really don't really don't know what to do with that one. Oh, we're close. We're close. We're gonna go see Bubble. Bubble. I'll say I'm looking forward to completing this day 3 flight, which is, I guess now it's, I guess technically day 4, since I've got working internet now. I think quite possibly that the Duke here's could very well become my personal favorite aircraft in flight sim. I mean, it's always been a favorite of mine, the whole Duke series. I do like the turbines. I don't know, something about having 2 turbines. It's seem to have less reliability issues than you would have with a piston equivalent. More modern. You've definitely got more speed, more climb capability. Having the beta range is pretty cool too. You can definitely get into shorter runways for sure, and then you can get out of shorter runways too with that the climb rate you get from the PT6, and having 2 of them. Just if you look at the placarded information on the aircraft over here, you've got airspeed limitations, right? So you've got, flap and gear extension and all that stuff, right? That's all important to know. But if you look here, single engine climb. So on a single engine, best angle climb 110 knots. Best rate of climb is 120. If you've got 2 working engines, best angle of climb still 110 knots. Best rate of climb still 120 knots. Recommended to climb at 140. So with the best angle and best rate having the same speeds means that this thing is capable of single engine climb out. That's pretty well insane. However, what I hear, I don't know if it's specific to the turbine or the piston models, But one of the reasons why these are translucent and they do light up when you lose oil pressure is because in the event that you do lose an engine on takeoff, it almost becomes an unflyable aircraft with without the engines feathered. So they light up that lever, so it lets you know immediately this engine's dead. Feather me, so that you can continue on. Apparently, that was something that some people found out the hard way during an engine failure or complication on takeoff. So it's a neat thing that they have that, but it is for a very important reason, that's for sure. And again, obviously, you don't want to actually find out what that reason is. But I'm told that this aircraft does have a full suite of failures. Here. So, left engine failure. Not totally sure what these figures are, but they should cause the failures to happen. So I've got it real time, real world failures based upon real world situations. So we can expect a failure to happen to any of these things. Then you got to figure out what it is. That can be fun in a simulator, that's for sure. But I tell you, when you're flying, flying in the real world, those emergency checklists and everything else are frightening. You hope that you never, ever, ever have to use them. Where's the... Smell that over there. So unfortunately, this is gonna not give us a lot of useful info. I believe we're gonna start tracking that magenta line when we get close to the airport, because we've got procedures for an ILS. Oops. I think it was a shift 3. Go. Do we have Ann in here? Not yet, right there. So the moment we hit Ann, our flight plan is going to suddenly look like it all lines up. Or nearly lines up anyway. We don't got bubble. The bubble's right there. Bubble. And what do we want to bubble at or about 5,000. So that will be our next altitude. Still And we're going to go for an attitude change. This guy here. Then we're going to reduce our altitude. Do you believe we found ourselves a cloud? Oh, we found ourselves some ice. So, let's have a look. Wing ice. Can't tell you. My windows are frozen. Okay. Prop heat on. Windshield heat on. Defrost air. Pilot air. So now we're on heading to N. Let's go for a little less than 1,000 feet a minute. We're also going to have to pull back on that power. We're around 190 knots, 1,000 feet a minute. Slowly unwind. There we go. That's a happy wing again. No sense in keeping it on. Oh, yes, there is. One cycle. Surface de-ice. 5 nautical miles from bubble. Got 1,000 feet. Got a little bumpy. Whoa. Very bumpy. maintain that 5,000. We're going to lose another 2,000 feet for putty. Gotta go down to putty. So let's go for attitude change. I'm gonna go for a slow one. Just a 500 foot a minute. That way we're not going to pick up a lot of speed. We've got quite a bit of distance to do it in. Oh, we're starting to pick up some weather over there. Turn that wing ice off. Closer look here. Waypoint Musty. Oh, little bumpy. Slight right turn. Keep it coming down. Our final approach fix is going to be Woodall, FAF, 2,400 feet. We've got the runway in sight. 1,000 feet to go. Let's start slowing up. A lot. Those on serious. Yes, oh, okay, cool. Alright. This airport's basically 100 feet. So we're gonna go. Somewhere around there. 140 knots. We're above our 160. Let us have a look at our checklist real quick. Checklist. Approach. Descent. Cabin as desired. Ignition's auto off. We're gonna. Don't worry about that. Ignition's auto off. Closed. As required. Power lever is reduced. Engine performance monitor. Ice protection as required. Okay. Approach. Seatbelts, cabin, fuel selectors on, recogs on, pitot heat on, windshield heat off, 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 propeller heat, cabin temps off, already ignitions are auto, ice deflectors are required, flaps to approach, flaps to approach. Landing, cabin differential is 0. Wing pumps going on. Propellers, 2190. Forward. Hey. Okay, going down. Remember approach speeds we got over here. Approach speed. Recommend approach 100 knots. So we want to be at about 100 knots. Three white, one red. Two red, two white. It's gonna be alright. Alright. We've got a 500 foot off the ground here. Go autopilot off. Probably gonna want that landing gear down. Final stage of flaps. 3 white, you're not going to be alright. Now I know this airport. If we want to look at the taxi diagrams. Or, let's just have a real close look at the airport here. So your taxiways are right at the end. Oops, there we go. Let's get the flaps up. Guess we should hang out in the middle of the runway here. Let's get the cabin heat back to something, so I don't freeze. Yeah, we already lost 10 degrees or so. Or sorry, 5 degrees. I love those lights. Right in my way. Guess we should request our taxi to parking.
Charlie Yankee Zulu Papa traffic. Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is taxiing to
I mean,
parking.
we're
Charlie
nowhere
Yankee Zulu Papa.
near. They're not going to hear us. Interesting. Anywho. Some nice planes over here. This is the FBO. Pardon me, sir. Can't park there. And over this direction is supposed to be transient general aviation parking. So I think that's where we're gonna park up for the evening. Somewhere about there. Alright. Park brakes on. Let's run through a shutdown checklist. We've made it. Park brake. So a quick look. Taxiing in beta. Apparently not ideal for these engines. Okay. Let's get some of this stuff off. Avionics, electrical. Take those off. Ignitions can go off. And pumps can go off. Generators can go off. It's kind of cool. The dim when the generators go off. Power levers are off. We're gonna go feather. Nope. Do that. Ignition levers to cut off. Wing pumps off. When NG below 10%. 20. And 10. Battery master. Off. Let's get those in. Get all this peed out stuff, heat stuff. All that's looking good. Let's go for heat off. Control locks. Let's get those guys in there. Control locks installed. Then let's go here. Wheel chocks. Pitot covers. Engine covers. Let's hop on out. But let's go out as if we're actually in the plane. All right. Make sure that the door is depressurized. Let's step on out. Quick look. Everything's installed. Covers are all on. Pitot covers are on. Wings are still attached. We didn't die. Good stuff. So now that would conclude what started as day 3 and suddenly became day 4 thanks to an internet interruption. And just finished up. That was a short one, but that took care of it. We got and finished day 3, so we're officially in Alaska. And then I think the plan is going to be continue up the coast, maybe fly up through Alaska, and I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to have a look and see what I can make of it. But it should make it interesting. Hopefully, we'll get some flights during the day where we can check out some more of the scenery. See if maybe we can find some wildlife. I've yet to see any actual wildlife in Sim, so hopefully we can do that. And then I think I'm going to continue on, at least for now, in the Duke. Really enjoying this airplane. It's a heck of a lot of fun. All right, well, I'd like to thank you all for joining me again on my world tour, and I think tomorrow I'm going to be hopping on and do some ACC racing with my league guys, and hopefully we'll see you there. All right, thanks for joining. Have a great night.